So I'm going to show the setup of my suitcase. I already opened it up. I did already pour the solution in my cup. Got a little ahead of myself. But usually this will lay sideways in here like this, and my hose will go around it. So this is how I usually have this in here. Machine on top. This will be strapped in. Machine on top, hose in the middle, and on this. This will be laying down flat. That way when it stands up, because you can see the wheels are down here, when it stands up, my solution will be flat down. I only leave the solution in here when I leave a client's house, just so I don't do the cleanup at their house. So that's this side. This side, I've got all the essentials in here. So I have the barrier cream, finishing powder, my prep spray. I've got a little baggie that has some extra hair ties for clients, some mints, stuff like that. I have one bag that has my disposables in it. So my hair nets, my disposable G-strings, disposable tops, nose filters, anything like that. I have trash bags. I keep these. I always take one out at the beginning, and I use this to put all my trash in, so I take it home with me and don't leave any trash at the client's house. I have another baggie, which is kind of depleted because I'm washing my brushes right now. But this will have all my blending brushes and finishing powder brushes in it. I have another baggie over here. This has eyewear protection in it in case any clients want that. And I always carry my extra business cards around. This has the aftercare for tanning on it. I have my gloves in here. And then this, I have the little jewelry pouches. You can put the client's jewelry in it, and they can just take home the sack afterwards. And I also have pasties that I offer. I have a few different kinds in there, but in case a client doesn't feel comfortable with that, so they just put those on. Or if a client is breastfeeding, I recommend these for sure. So that is the setup of my suitcase. And then in my laptop case here, does not have a laptop in it. I've got my apron, my solutions, extra pens, my planners and waivers are in here, and my hand wipes. And I usually have my Clorox wipes in here as well. They're all right. So yeah, 2 bags should carry all the essentials aside from your tent. This is my tent that I set up. It's top out here. Put the bag aside. And then this happens really quick. This comes up. See, I've got crazy solution. So I set it up like this, and then I grab the inside of the corner, and that's where I'm going to go out. And then that is set up. I like to keep a rug at the bottom of my bag. It's just a simple, cheap rug from the dollar store. But I usually lay this down in front of the tent, down here on the floor, and tuck it under, kind of hold it in place. And then I take my fan. This is a little crooked, but take my fan and I unclip it. I like to clip it just so it looks more like uniform, like the places. And this will go backwards. So the air will be blowing back. And you actually put this behind. Okay. Open this up. be right here. And you just drop this on the Now I'm preparing to actually spray the client. The first thing you'll want is your gloves. So put these on. You'll pretty much want to wear these the entire process. I got my blending brush and finishing powder brush set out. The blend barrier cream and cut spray. And then I have a hair tie and a hair net for the client today, which is my daughter. And then I have the finishing powder in a small bowl. Setting up the machine. So this is the Maximist. I'm just going to plug it in, and then you take your hose, and there will be a small end and a big end, okay? The small end just pops into the end of the machine like this. It just pushes in. That's it. There we go. Set that down. And then this big end, you take your gun, and there is a small arrow on top here, and there's an arrow on this. You line up the arrows and then twist to the right. Just make sure it's on there tight, and you're good to go with that. So for spraying, there's a knob here, and you can either push it up or down. You'll want to have it kind of down for the most part, and you want the front of your gun turned straight up and down because it will spray a line across, which is what we want. So to start, you'll want to turn this down. You just want to mist in. You don't want it too heavy or it will bead. So let me show you an example. This is our beautiful Marl Lillian. I just put her hair net on her. Make sure that you pull the net back into the hairline so that all gets sprayed, and make sure the ears are out. And then turn around. You got the back, it's into the hairline as well, so that all gets sprayed. Okay, and we are ready to start. So to begin, I'm going to use the cut spray. I'm just going to spray this all over to close your eyes and stuff. Okay, turn around. And next we go on to the barrier cream. She usually doesn't apply this, but she's going to do it today. Here, you do it yourself. I'm going to pump it. And you will wipe that on your feet, on the bottoms of your feet, and the top, especially your ankle, your ankles, and your back feet. Good job. Between your toes, on your toenails. Do your other foot now. As you can see, I'm using the rug instead of the craft paper so that her feet don't get brown. Yeah. And then usually you'll have your client put a little bit, that much, maybe a little less, rub them in your fingertips and put it on your knees, just under where it's like usually dry. You rub it underneath there, make sure it's all rubbed in completely, no white. And then rub the excess onto your elbows. And then rub this one all onto your hands. The outside, between your fingers, and all the way to your wrist. And kind of keep it on thick on your palms. Then she is ready to be sprayed. So you're going to turn around and, yep, turn around. And she's going to stand like this with her palms up so that we don't spray her palms. Like that. Like that though. There you go. Okay. And you should have already tested your gun before you start spraying the client. Always either spray onto the tent or onto a paper. section. You start at the top section, and as you go to the shoulder, you'll kind of swing your gun down and out. So you'll go down and around. And you want to try to stay with the same distance away from the skin. And then you dry it for a little bit or just strain it. So move on. Roll with your arm. And dry. I always dry before I move on. And now put your hands in the air a little bit, straight up. And kind of lean forward. Now the next section. Just work your line. And then dry. You see how there's a crease here? You want to make sure they bend. So hand up and bend inside like that to get in that crease so you'll spray. And then dry. Now to the other side. Spray and then dry. Okay? Now down to the legs. Hold on. If the client is standing with a thong, you want them to bend over to poke their butt up so you'll get the line under their butt. She is wearing shorts, so we're not going to worry about that. Dry. And you can see the line we're working with already. Okay, turn to the side now. Yeah, face that way. This foot has to go forward that way. No. No. Both feet facing that way. Yep, and the one foot is forward, and then you lean into it. Yep, like that. Hands straight up in the air. And face that way, away from the pin. So take your hand and bend the wrist out so there's no crease here, and then start with way down. Light mince on the armpit. And then you go down to the stomach. And dry. Before moving on, go down, go up, and there you go. Then the inside of the thigh you'll do. And dry. And then she will face forward. And I'll set her legs with the arm down here. Do not spray the feet at this point. We're only going to do a light mist later on, so you're only worrying about the legs right now. Contour out. What we'll do. Okay, like this. Nope. Look at this. And look up. You close your eyes. Dry. And then I'm just going to take your hand and I'm going to take control of the arms and split it right here. So I'll hold it down. Spray. pull it up. And back. And other hand. And you also do not spray the hands yet. Touch. Okay, now we're going to do her face. Don't squeeze your eyes shut. Lightly close them, and then I'll count to 3. And I'll do a spray, and I'll tell you to breathe. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. And drying it. 1, 2, 3. And drying. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. Drying. And generally I do 3 swipes, and that's good on the face. So now you have to turn to the other side. Yep, hands straight up in the air. And I already got her arms for the most part, but I am going to get this part here. And then go down to the side. Now that we're done with that, I'm going to turn my machine on. Okay. And then you'll take the blending brush. Oh, you will brush down, and you'll do it kind of hard. And her hands look white compared to the last, right? You want to blend that down onto her hand. Hard, it will look like it's not doing anything, but later it will have it. You blend really good between each finger and all the way down. And you turn over, and you bend the wrist out like this. You blend hard onto your wrist. You don't want to go onto the palm, just the wrist and the side of the phone. Do not do this lightly or it will not work. Elbows on both sides. Do a little swirl. And grab a hand wipe. Now hold it like this. I'm going to wipe her palms. Don't just put both your hands on the side. The other hand on the other side. And rub them together. Wipe the palms off. Hold them out like this. Don't touch anything. Don't want round hands. Okay, and next we'll do the face. So we'll just blend in the edges into the hairline, and the ears. The ears look good. You want the neck to look up. You don't want to get to the creases of the neck. So go up and down to there on the jawline, and the other ear. that, we move on to the finishing powder, the finishing brush. I've taken my bowl, which I accidentally just got powder into. Finishing powder, you just sprinkle a little bit. You really don't need a lot, just enough to like cover the bottom. Brush, and just dip it in there like a little bit like that and shake it off, and you'll start from the top to the bottom. So your face close, sprinkle, and this will get rid of all the stickiness. This is like insurance for your tan. It really holds the tan enough, and you won't feel sticky afterwards. You really want to get it extra in spots where your skin really touches. So, hands up. You get those armpits.
But then I got too much.
Yeah, you have to push it through. But armpits are really important. And then if the client has boobs, you want to make sure you get under the boobs with this. This powder will get everywhere, and that's okay. Get your feet on the get between the legs good so that there's no stickiness. Turn around. This you do not do hard. You don't push into the skin or anything. You just kind of swing the brush around. Really get into any rolls, because that skin will be touching. We'll call it a fold, not a roll. There you got the arms. You should be good to go. And then your client can get dressed, preferably into long sleeve shirt and long pants. No socks, no tennis shoes, preferably flip flops or slides.
Are you a